down in the bottom. So much better.
Yeah. I don't have rest. That's some new type shit. Get a nigga wet on the news type shit. Sipping, drinking, acting from screw type shit. Just saying.
Yeah, 200 LAV, 200 LAV. Welcome to the top of it.
That's some big shit. I just got you new type shit. I just treat
top of it type shit. What my shit at?
Blue type shit. Bunch of rich niggas, those get confused type shit. Atlanta nigga, live at 10 Turner type shit. Okay.
Yeah, we in this biz. Welcome to the motherfucking top. Yeah, 200-point LAV. You see me. Loading another victory. Got my motherfucking kinfolk in the building. What's up, kinfolk? You all right over there? You gotta make sure you good. No, it was a rough one this week. What personal business? How you doing, baby?
Yeah, what's popping? What's popping? What's going on today, man? We building. We about to do this shit another week. You know what I'm saying, on the top of it. But yeah, we licking our wounds over this week. You know, we took a thrashing, by Team LAV this week. They put a $2 on us. You know what I'm saying? So
Type shit.
But we ready. Let's get this shit. Let's do this show, man.
Yeah, as you know, this show and all shows are sponsored by the Top of It Sportsbook on Instagram. Go there and fuck with me. You know what I mean? You in the state where you can't place your bet. You can't get your money. You got to do overs and unders. Go fuck with the Top of It Sportsbook, man. We can get you right anytime, any place, anywhere you may be. Yeah. All right, let's get into this shit. Let's go ahead and get into the Week 5 review. Let's kick it off with Team Greedy going against Team Cash. It was 166 to 113. Team Cash ain't playing with these people out here. It was led in scoring by Mooney, which he acquired him. No, he had him all year. I don't know why I'm thinking that. I just put London and Mooney on the field together, but he got busy at 9 catches, 105 yards, 2 big touchdowns. Like, it wasn't even really close. Greedy got a lot of problems on the field. What you see in this kid, folks?
Man, it was a thrashing by Casual. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he been on a roll and a run lately. You know what I'm saying? He done rolled off 4 in a row, and his team is really powerful, and they trucking right now. So I see him.
Then we had T Twin put up a 135 to 96 on a Hyundai. Excuse me. I wanted to put 100 on that baby, but it didn't even make 100. Rue, he hit me early in that day. He kind of was front run, showboating a little bit. I heard he was over there fucking with Twin. Twin was in the background. Twin was like, "You got this." He psyched him out, sold him a bill of goods. What number coal in the motherfucker supposed to have been diamonds and gold. You understand me? Twin mashed off 135 to 96. Twin had a solid out. He had 22 points for Kittle to lead all scores on his team. What you thought about this joint? I saw this shit and I thought Rue had it. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it was really too early. It was way, way, way too early. And Twin just got consistent playing.
Like you just
Rue didn't get the shit going on.
Like you just said,
Rue ran out again.
It was early on, and it looked like Rue team, was ready, come ready to play today. Then all of a sudden, as the tallies and stuff, and as the game unfold over the day, then you just see these players they just didn't come to play. You know what I mean? He had a lot of players that was expected to go with double figures, and they just didn't come through for him.
And they didn't come through.
It just didn't come through. I mean, that's what made him go under 100. And what's that moniker that you put on the people that go under 100?
Mud Baby.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's Mud Baby, literally and figuratively.
Okay.
At the bottom.
Okay. So that means that he's swimming in the mud this week.
Yeah, when he called me, he was doing good. Nico had just caught a touchdown. He was up. It was looking promising. And shortly after that, that's why you don't burn money. You just gotta, let the shit play out. Celebrate when you high step into the end or when you get the finish. But shortly after that, Nico got hurt and shit. The rest of the team got hurt too. And they took that L. Then we had Juice going against DC. Juice is Juice is streaking right now. Juice is doing his motherfucking thing too. He won 4 in a row. It's like 174 to 160 over DC. Um, I'm looking at the matchup. Chase went crazy. Uh, 43, 10 catches, 193 yards, 2 touchdowns. Crazy. Like running all over them boys on the field. And he really carried a lot of production for the rest of the team. And that was anytime you get a 40, if you put anything slightly consistent with it, you're more than likely gonna win. I
I had
mean, what DC did not have a bad outing. 160 and you lose.
I
I
had this
mean,
had this one wrong. I had picked DC this week to
I did too.
come out with that victory there. And Juice team, I mean, they came to play, man. I mean, in the outings that he had, like from his top players, I mean, like it was like you say, DC had 160, so it ain't like he came to play around 160. Nigga, that ain't coming to play around. That's coming to win.
That'll
But
beat a lot of niggas in the league this week.
that would. So they just show you what it took from Juice to pull it out. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, hats off to Juice this week. Salute. And he on a 4 game winning streak himself this week. Um, that's gonna be the theme this week on the recap. People that's on a 4 game winning streak. I mean, uh, salute the Juice again, and we're gonna see what's going on this week.
Yeah, big shout out to Juice. Continue getting it done. We also had Smoking Joe going against the Supreme team. Smoking Joe will come out with the 131 to 100 win, and Supreme gets just above 100. Um, I don't know what's going on with Supreme team. They having some real bad luck on the field. I don't know if it's bad luck or they just not being able to be in cohesion, but Smoking Joe. Smoking Joe just keep getting it done. They had a big upset last week, and they build on it this week with the win over Supreme. They were led by Alec Pierce. Yeah, they
Yeah,
had 23 big points, 23.4. That was the leading score. Had an 18 and a 16. Was able to get it done,
now when
get the
this,
win.
this game right here, um, if you remember, this was the game when we was talking about that Supreme didn't have a quarterback at the time, and he was trying to find a quarterback to play for his team, and I was like, "There's no way that I'm gonna take the Supreme team if they don't even have a QB." And they were still
Yeah,
projected to win the game. They were still projecting them to win even without having the QB.
I
But
said Bo Nix. Bo Nix had a great game, so the quarterback was not the issue.
he did have a great game,
He had
but
23 points. He
he
out.
he, he did have a great game, but in this league right here, it's a team effort. So if one player come and have a good game, that's not going to do it for you. So in with Supreme, what I'm surprised about is that when you look at his team and you see the players that he have, you know, I mean, similar to to my players, you expect players to perform at a high level, and they just not getting it done. You know what I'm saying? And it's reflecting, in our records. You know what I'm saying? So right now, Supreme team is struggling with the stars that he was counting on to come out and provide his team with the stability that he need each week. So so I mean, until something like that can change, then there's just no telling how this thing could snowball.
Yeah, it's definitely starting to build up the wrong way. We just say that. We also the next matchup I'm highlighting is the Texas Tycoons went against the Chosen One. We all picked the Chosen One to win this. Texas Tycoons had a better outing than they've had most weeks this year. They put up 144 points, but Chosen One was able to get 161, which was a really good output from his team, considering CD Lamb only had 11.5. But he was led in scoring. Chosen One, the champ, was led in scoring by Higgins, who had 29 points. He got a good output from Rico. Who would have thought that? Rico showing up. CJ had a nice 16. And all the Tycoons, they had they had 3 20-point players. It was just some other players on the field was not really contributing. We got to get into some of those players, but this was a matchup that I at some point in it, they were leading the Texas Tycoons. They had more people playing earlier, and it was kind of looking like you never know. Anything is possible. But Chosen One had more late games, and they got out. They took the lead, and they never relinquished the lead. Will be able to hang on.
Well, for me,
Texas Tycoons going, yeah. Oh man, what are they? 1-4.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
But for me, what I was saying in this game is I was just speaking on like for Supreme, for my squad about players that you expect to perform at a high level not living up to those standards. Well,
Mm.
in this game for Chosen, he had players not expecting to live up to high standards, but performing at high standards, like in Higgins, like in Dowdle. So, I mean, when you have those type of players coming through with dub plus, then uh, that is which is not expected, then that can propel your teams to victories, and that's what happened for Chosen this week.
Yeah. On as we get into this next one, shout out to the champ, by the way, getting the win. I think that's two in a row. We had the Bayou Boys going against Draper for the paper. Draper was coming in, still holding on to his O. Bayou Boys are struggling on the field. So everyone else, I think you picked Bayou Boys. I took Draper. I had a feeling he was going to go ahead and get it done this week, and he did get it did this week. Despite having Curtis Samuel with a 1.5. We'll talk about that later. But I don't really even see. I mean, Josh Jacobs had 19. His defense gave him 16. He got 13 from this punter. He didn't get anything from his kicker. To be able to pull this match out, I mean, 132 points ain't nothing to sneeze at, but they still are not having the type of cohesion as an offense that I think he thought he would have coming into this season. And the Bayou Boys is just this is just a bad year for them. They just run into injuries and uh, players are underperforming because of injuries to their the players quarterback. And I mean they got some production from Kelsey, and Shaheed is on and off. Other than that, Mason came back down to earth a little bit. Half his projection, he got a 10.9. Andy Dalton came back 3.74. Let me see if he had anything going on the bench. No, Will Levis was out. Yeah, he didn't have much. Let Herbert out. He didn't have much chance. That's all he had. There's no quarterbacks to be had unless he would have got into one of those quarterback trades this weekend. Yeah, Bayou Boys is just unfortunate. You know, wrong guys out at the wrong time. Draper will come out with the win, get his first win. Correct. Salute, congratulations to Team Draper for the paper, for getting their first win,
Yeah,
going to self at 1-4.
yeah, congratulations to Drake, you know what I'm saying, for getting in that win column and getting it done. And like I had previously said before on another occasion, I mean, there's plenty of times this season he could have had a victory, but it just got away from him, you know what I'm saying, just at the last second. But again, congratulations to Drake on getting that first victory. But in this game right here, what I mean, um, Bayou Boys. Like I said, I had picked him every week. You know, going up into this coming up week to win, and I thought that he would get it done again this week. But I mean, his team, man. I mean, they just riddled, with injuries or they're riddled with hockey assists in production. Uh, that's what I mean by that is the quarterback by him not being on the field, that's a byproduct. It's like a hockey assist, what I'm saying, where to Tyreek where he can't do what he need to do. Uh, H-Hand don't have a legit quarterback back there, so he can't wiggle and do what he need to do. And then he had like a little injury, So I mean, his, his team, right now, um, they're they're having a lot of problems right now. So I was wrong on that pick right there, and that's it, man. Bayou going, they got a week coming up, and we're gonna see what happens in the picks on that right there.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that later on. Uh, that's on to the next though. To see if they get their shit together next week. Um, get right to ship. We got first and third going against Swift Dynasty. First and third, 126. Swift 162. Swift got it done. Swift been willing and dealing. I don't know how the fuck they got 28 points from Joe Flacco, but they did. 359 yards, 3 touchdowns, big points. I seen London going off uh, Thursday, 33.4, 12 catches, 154 yards, and a touchdown. And everything else was just solid across the board. A lot of nines. Lowest he had was a linebacker. McFadden had 3.5. Yeah, he had a 3.5. Everything else was pretty, solid. Nothing lower than besides on defense. Defensive lineman, nothing lower than 11. I mean, a 9. He had Zach Moss with a 9.5. Uh, Mo on the hand, first and third. Business on the other hand, did get any production from Hill. Not much from Dale, nothing from the Joku, nothing for Jennings. And when you score so low in those positions, that already puts you behind the eight ball. And Swift will come out with the big win. Did a lot of willing and dealing, a lot of nice trades, a lot of smart trades. Uh, Shout out to Swift for making moves. We see you in that running for the GM of the year, uh, third most active of consequence of impactful moves thus far. Shout out to my co-host or ex-co-host. I don't know. We'll see going forward. But that ain't this about that, and this is about what was done on the field. And Swift got the big win, real big win.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. In this one right here, I had picked first and third, to win this game, and I was wrong on that because Swift
We
had
both did. We both was.
Swift had some guys that came to play. I mean, the way that London came out with that 33 ball, I was just like thinking to myself, Like when I'm watching this game, because like I say, I always be monitoring the games like it's the red zone, like I say. So as I'm watching, this is one of the games, like I say, I'm watching, and I'm watching the scores as they just continue to pile up, and I see Flacco just dropping a 28 ball. I say, man, I mean, there's no way that he's going to lose this game now with these kind of when he's getting these kind of production, and he's getting it from London, a player that he's knowing that he's going to get an impact from, and then from a player like Joe Flacco that he expect decent play, but then he end up giving him spectacular. So I I I like salute to Swift on this victor. You know what I'm saying? It was the game of the week, and his team came out on top.
I'm gonna let y'all know something. Y'all better keep your eye on Swift. He's very formidable. He has put together a uh, a very nice starting roster. He emptied out his bench, and he's going for it. He's going for the championship. He put together a team of horses. He think they can run this derby and finish the race in first. And y'all better put y'all best foot forward each week when y'all going to get Swift Dynasty. Let me let you know that right now. Uh, Team Mac Twins wants to come on in. We're gonna finish. Well, okay, sure. Bring them. I'm gonna bring them on in. We're gonna finish this. Finish out this segment. What's up with it, Mac Twizzle?
Hey, what's up with you, P?
Wow, welcome to the top. Welcome to the top. Glad
Hey,
to have
hey,
you checking in. You get a chance, turn your phone sideways.
gotcha.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Okay, shit, man. We were just going off on these games of the week. We were just talking about Swift. How you got to keep your eye on Swift. Swift put together a real nice roster that could be built to last. He got some talent in all the top places.
Right.
We're gonna go ahead and move on right now to this game upset of the week. Speaking of the game of the week, how about the upset of the week? We had the 304 Whisper going against North Dallas, Texas. And I mean, this was like a juggernaut. I mean, going into this game, I didn't know what Rollo was going to do. And then he made that blockbuster, uh, highly debated, controversial trade. I thought it was a good trade for Rollo. And I thought it
Right.
was a very impactful, a dangerous trade for Swift for the rest of the league. That is dangerous. But when I was watching this matchup and I was keeping my eye on this matchup, uh, I I mean I ain't gonna hold you. It would serve better in my eyes for it not to be any undefeated teams versus a team that stands out with the only O that matters. You know, we lost two O's this week. Might need to have a moment of silence for that, a toast for that to some, moment of silence for others. But like I say, I was watching this and I was kind of hoping that, I mean, I was speaking to an owner and I was like, she, Rollo Mike can pull a upset. He's like, nah. And I was like, you right. And they got three niggas going into the night against one nigga. Ain't no way one nigga gonna hold off three niggas. But shit, nigga Worthy was worthy, and he got it done. Like big game like James Worthy. You hear me? Shit, I wouldn't have related, but it was 162. The whole whisper, the 304 whisper, won 162 to 159. That shit was that was a crazy game. Burrow against Jack. 33, 34, 5, a total of 9 touchdowns combined. And not to mention, the whole Whisperer led. Well, we're going to get into that later. But it was a lot of touchdowns scored on that side. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm gonna tell you this. In that game right there, man, I just was just for sure that the North was gonna pull it out. I thought that he had this right here, but when you look at that, he had New Orleans as his head coach. You know, they lost. He got a -2, and
Mm-hmm.
then he had Kamara. If he would have just caught the ball,
He dropped the ball. He
just
dropped the
read it, it just read
winning
for a
of
free
game
throw.
in the pass.
You know
Careful. He
what I'm saying?
dropped.
You know what I'm saying? He still win this shit. So I'm saying that's how close it was for him on still pulling this shit out. You know what I'm saying? It had to be his head coach giving him a -2 points and Kamara not even giving him just a couple of more points when he had the opportunity. So I mean, it was a close one for Rollo. You know, I mean, to take down the last undefeated team, I mean, salute to Rollo on that one, man. That shit was big
Big
time
salute.
for his team to come out and get that shit done. You know what I'm saying? So I give him all the credit in that shit right there. And I mean, but North Dallas, I mean, he barely got out of there with a loss. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that stopped his team from keep on trucking and doing what they do, possibly even next week.
Nah, they put up 159 points.
Yeah.
What say you, twin?
Shit,
TWIN.
well, shit, I'm, I wasn't surprised that he won though, because you know what I'm saying, like he made he made some good trades. Like he made, and then we went to the he went to the what's name and got some good players. I mean, he kind of stepped it up. Like he kind of stepped it up,
He did. He
and
made some boss moves.
yeah,
Yeah.
he made some nice boss moves.
He,
You know what I'm
he
saying? So,
put
cause
three
Gave up a nice piece though.
huh?
Devontae Smith. He gave up a
Yeah,
nice piece
yeah, but
considering
shit.
Devontae was out. But
But he was,
I
but but
mean,
but
we gotta
Smith wasn't
ask that. We
playing
have
though.
to go on forward and see if it will, if it works out long term, because short term it's cool, but not having Devontae Smith,
Yeah,
I
cause he
don't know how
coming
that's
back.
gonna play. Yeah, of course he coming back. He gonna be back. And if
Hmm.
AJ out, we man, y'all Swift might. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But that was a nice win though. Real big upset. It shook up the league. Definitely had the chat jumping. I'm gonna say that. Keep our eyes on both of these boys. I know that North Dallas is gonna be ready to get back out there, and same thing for Rollo. Our last game, it was them kids of mine going against Team LAV. Hold on, man. Hold on. I'm gonna shit it. Hold on, man. Excuse me. Let's get
Well,
into our
LAV
last
got
game. Team
LAV
LAV
put
going
up
against them
204.
kids of mine. Uh, this shit here, man. Hey, man. Baker kicked this shit off, and it wasn't even close after that. Baker got it up, then he passed the baton, and then my next nigga did what he did and what he done, and them niggas just ran and ran and ran, and it wasn't even never no close. It was 204 to 146. I mean, where do I start? 23 from Baker. Henry was nice and only gave him 18. He didn't even want to score to rub it in. If he'd have scored that other touchdown, he'd have had a 26 ball or something. You know what I'm saying? Zach Charbonnet and Pickens tried to help you out. They combined for 11.9 with weak ass little bitty board points. But then let's get to the meat and gravy of this shit. Garrett Wilson returning to the scene of the crime. And I told y'all, I told him more importantly, I said, man, the man told me he got it on his mind. 29 on his mind, 13 catches, 101 yards, and a touchdown. Getting busy. Brock Bowers showed up for me for the first time since I had him. I got a lot of love and admiration for him. But the biggest find to me, the most impactful performance on the field against them kids of mine was Kareem Hunt with the 102. in a touchdown at 23.75. What a find. I just keep making it happen. I had a 9 from Lawrence at defensive lineman. Picked up a kicker. Got a 16 for him. Big special team point. And don't forget 14 points to match his 14 points with the defense that he didn't even want no more. Wow. Shout out to Chicago Bears defense. Shout out to my old team. We got it done. He had some chipped in, some good stuff. He had a 2 from Bo Mills. We get into that later. 27 from DJ Moore, which was nice because it showed me that my bench work wasn't in vain. Enough about me for this moment. Y'all know we was gonna do our motherfucking thing. I told the nigga all week. I've been telling him, he been beating on his chest, telling me what he was gonna do to me, how he was gonna do it, and all this and all that. But when all the smoke clears, you understand me, we still left it foggy on the field. You understand me? Niggas still can't see us. And that's what it is. Like, I'm gonna get on. I'm gonna let it go. Kinfolk, what happened, baby? Yeah, that's what they want to hear. They don't want to hear me showboat. They want to hear you explain this shit. You got to explain it. 146 ain't bad though. You to be twin.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
But you wasn't playing twin.
Nope.
I knew it.
Nope.
Uh,
Nope.
this week you had 2 wilts, but it's your team played at a high level, you know.
Speaking of high, don't mind me.
Like you say, it started out with Baker, on that Thursday night. You couldn't sneeze. You couldn't sneeze at what he did. On that Thursday night. You was like, damn, that's a good start. His team getting out at a good start. The horse done got out the gates. Pretty damn good. And from there, it was a snowball effect. On Sunday. It started out early Sunday morning. With the game in London over there at 8:30 in the morning. With Garrett Wilson,
And my kicker. I had
come,
3 niggas. I had 68 points with 3 niggas early.
yeah, but it was Garrett Wilson is the one that they'll
Hurt
have
you.
almost had the 30 ball.
How did you feel about that when you see him perform like that on the field and you ain't never seen him perform like that for you? Was it bitter? Was it like, did you have some like
well,
buyer's remorse?
well, I mean, well, I didn't have buyer's remorse, but he only played one game for me, so it isn't uh, I have a lot of evidence to.
But you drafted him.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is this right here.
Number 2.
But what made you come up off of him?
Because I don't believe it. I believe
Connor. And Connor
Okay.
gave a wild performance
it.
against me.
And that's why I let him loose. And guess what? I've been right about his ass every week up into this past week. He
You
had
paid for it. You
he had
paid for that shit.
he had an okay game the week before, but this week he bust out. But you know what? That's that kind of shit that happened in London. And when they go overseas over there in London and shit, and they play them early games like that, you be seeing anomalies and shit that you don't normally see. You know what I'm saying? Like Haley's comment, shit like that.
But listen,
That's what.
that boy Garrett Wilson, man, he's a hell of a receiver, man. So for you not to believe in him, you kind of got what you asked for.
Well, nah, I, I, I,
You
I,
own something, twin. You,
I,
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
you talking your best shit.
I,
No, for real though. I mean, cause like
and what you
he you
do.
know what I'm saying? Like I used to like I
It
used
came
to
back to
listen to them
bite the
kids of
boy.
mine, man. I used to listen to him. He be having some real good shit to say, but for him to say he didn't believe in that, he didn't believe in dude, you kind of got what you asked for. You kind
Well,
of got what you asked for because
this,
he's a hell of a receiver,
this
man. I
what
don't
Yep.
give a damn what you say.
this what you're gonna have to compare at the end of the day. James Conner versus Garrett Wilson, and we're gonna see when the season is finished out, who finished with the most points out of them two players?
Okay,
Because because
I'm going with Gary Wilson.
This
no,
this is hey, Kimpo, this is what I would say. Had I not made that deal, I would have had that 17 from Connor, right? DJ had
Connor
like
had, Connor
DJ
had,
Johnson, if I ain't mistaken, Deontay had a 6.2. I wouldn't have had Bowers. I would have had name a tight end in the free agent market. Just name one of them niggas over there. That's
you
what I'd had.
you keep
So
acting you keep acting
I
like
still might have got it done because I made other moves, but I mean, shit, that would 29 on your side look a little different. What's that? 150, 160 almost. Take away Bowers 25, take away
I,
29.
look
That's down there 50
look
points right there. What I'm
look
at, 150 something? It's a
look.
ball game, man.
I'm not worried about
Ball game.
Gary Wilson. I'm not worried about Gary Wilson. James Conner
Man,
is going to be more.
you ain't got to worry about him no more. That's what I
James
will say.
James Conner James Conner is going to be more productive than him going the whole season. We gonna rack it up. We gonna rack it up, and we gonna see. We gonna see who have the high talent. But hey, I congratulated you. You won the game. You know your team. You know they played outstanding for you. But I'm gonna tell you this though.
He
Uh,
made some good trades. That's
I'm
why.
Nah, they the players just happen to play good when somebody else players play like shit. Like Brees Hall for the second week in a row, he played like shit for me. But it's I mean it's all
Now
good.
it ain't Brees Hall playing like shit for you. What happened was whenever the Jets went down, the running game went out the door. They had to start passing. So okay, so hold on. If you don't want Brees Hall, get that motherfucker to me. Who you want?
You don't have nobody that I want. Like
Yeah, I mean,
About
that shit don't even sound right. What you saying?
it did like I'm
How
just
many? How many losses you got?
Bring Mizzle to the flow.
Hey,
Mizzle,
what's
young
up, baby?
Mizzle,
Young Mike.
What's
young
up,
Mizzle.
baby?
Okay, so how
Hey,
many losses you got? Them kids of mine, how many losses you got?
Hey, don't talk about no losses like
I'm
that. We
not talking. No,
still
I'm not
how
talking to
many
you, Mizzle.
the
eyes and
long
nose you got?
season, baby.
If you
Like
I'm
add
not
your
Kimpo,
talking to
it's a
eyes
you.
long
and your
season,
nose,
my baby.
you add your
niggas,
eyes and your nose together, how much is that?
niggas barely done got out of there on a few games.
So I ain't got nothing you want, but you ain't. I mean, it don't make sense.
Let's let's
Well,
move on, baby. Let's just move on, man. You know,
look,
200,
do we play each
200
other?
to what?
It's already like we play each
You
other,
said what?
and we'll see.
Whew. Stir is a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, I can't even hardly hear you. I
I
think it's
can't
my
even.
background. But
Oh, my
anyway,
background too loud?
say something again, Kipo.
You can't hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. No, it was like at first. No, we
Nah,
good.
I was saying that I don't even know. Do me and Twin play each other this year? I ain't even like checked, even like remember like if we do or not. But
I don't think so.
oh, okay. So I mean, uh, my my look, man. Look, not everybody lost is a built the same. But a loss is a loss. So that's what
Top is so much better than the bottom. So much better.